initially, I wanted to be a baseball player. And of course, I figured out I wasn't that good at one point. Coaches made that clear. Secondly, then I wanted to be a sports announcer. I thought that would really be good. I'd still love to do that, actually. But I just took a liking. My other interest was politics, world affairs, and in school, in elementary school, I would get voted to be president of the class, and it was because I think I remembered everybody's name, had time for them. And the same in high school, in student council. In fact, I remember the basketball coach said to me, you could be a really good manager. I was a manager for a while, the basketball team. I think we were state champs eventually, but said, your real career is student government. When the coach tells you your real career is student government, you listen. And he said, you should run for the president of the student council. You'll run and you'll win. It'll change your life. This was a coach, Roy Burkhart. And it did. And I realized that I could do more than just follow politics and help others, which I enjoyed doing. But I could run myself. And the same was true at Michigan State. I was class president, got to know all the university officials. But I was working on campaigns. I'm one of those, and I think Bill Clinton was the same way, although I would not want to compare myself to him too much, but we had a lot in common. I enjoyed helping other candidates, other people run for office. There are people who run who don't seem to have any time to help anybody else, but I loved working for Frank Kelly, both as a lawyer and on his campaigns. I loved working for Sandy Levin, helping him. I still like helping young candidates today, involved with them. I've been involved, of course, with Bill Clinton's career, John Kerry's career, Walter Mondale's career. I really enjoy it. So I don't have to run myself, but I will tell you, it's not as frustrating. When you're helping other candidates and they don't listen to you, you feel they're not doing the right thing. It's very frustrating. But when you're the candidate and you pick the team, you design the campaign, you determine the issues, you don't have anybody to blame but yourself. And I will tell you, whatever mistakes I've made in my career were all self-inflicted. They were not visited upon me by others. I mean, I have been very lucky, I might add. All I ever wanted to be was a U.S. congressman as a young man. I thought when I wasn't going to be a professional athlete or maybe even a sports announcer, my thoughts focused on being a United States congressman from the area that I grew up, Ferndale, Pleasant Ridge. And to achieve that, I was nominated at 31 years old. To be elected at 32 was probably the most exciting moment of my life, other than getting married, would be being elected to achieve my lifelong goal at 32 years old was an experience I still remember. What a thrill. And it was a goal from maybe the time I was 14 until I was 32 to be a congressman. And it was an exciting time to go to Washington. People got along. Oh, there were battles, but I got to know all these people that had been there forever, Hubert Humphrey and Tip O'Neill and Carl Albert, all these different people. I remember meeting John Sparkman, who was senator from Alabama, who'd run with Stevenson as vice president. So I started meeting all these people I'd read about in grade school and high school, and so just to have an armchair to history was exciting, and then get involved in key issues, as I did with the New York City rescue, the Chrysler rescue, things that meant a lot to people, their jobs, their future. To play a role in that and to work with others who are playing a role was just, it's been, for me, a very exciting time. And it's the people and the issues that really make the difference. And a lot of the presidential campaigns I worked on were fascinating. Of course, one of my favorites was Bill Clinton, getting to know him and working with him, as I still do today. He was the best that I saw in terms of retail politician as well as understanding issues and having an incredible inner reserve. I've never seen anything like it. Never seen anything like it. And it was a thrill to be part of his team.